Hey guys, I know this has been a long time coming. I know I kept saying I was going to do this, but I finally decided to give my thoughts on season 2 of Gotham. Now, Gotham has been an acquired taste for me, to be quite honest with you, because I'm going to be honest with you, the first season of Gotham was fucking horrible. I thought it was garbage. I don't understand why people enjoyed it other than for a guilty pleasure because it just felt like it was just relying on. And it's something because of what Andrew Kreisberg said during a Paley Fest for Era, where they shouldn't rely on character development and story have to come first, and they can't rely on Easter eggs as a crutch for their shows. First season of Gotham did the exact opposite, where they relied on Easter eggs for their shows, and everybody was 90% of who they were. Bruce Wayne already felt like he acted like Batman. They have this kid named Jerome who pretty much acted like he was pretty much the Joker or a Joker prototype, as we later learned. Edward Nygma just acted like the Riddler, except he wasn't killing people until he murdered Miss Kringle's boyfriend in season 1, and it just felt like there were no real arcs, so it just felt like everybody was kind of one-dimensional like that. I mean, I liked Jim Gordon, I liked Harvey Bullock, I thought they were both very well cast, and I also like Morena Baccarin and Leslie Tompkins. Been a fan of her on Homeland and Firefly. She's a great actress, beautiful actress. But and I'd never imagined myself being able to follow this into the second season, because I thought this was like an atrocity, a travesty and insult to an iconic pop culture legacy. And I watched both Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and going to the season 2 premiere, I was a little bit pessimistic because it starts off with Gordon and Bullock being demoted to traffic cops. The latter just quit, went to work at a bar because of the whole gang war between Falcone and Maroni, and what happened with Fish Mooney, and I guess, and also it introduced somebody named introduced some guy like dressed up in hockey gear, like he was going to cosplay at Comic-Con named Zardon. He was just sort of just hamming it up, and I'm just like, it was just more like the Batman and Robin, Batman Forever tone they were going for, which is like, I don't understand why people like the show, because I thought after the Dark Knight trilogy and Batman and Robin, people were over campy Batman. He was he drank this potion where he was belching purple gas and knocked out people in the GCPD jail cell and Arkham Asylum. But that being said, once they got to the Maniacs arc, where they broke out Jerome and Barbara Keene, who was actually, I'll get to her in a second. That's when I feel like this series started to gain momentum, and it felt more serialized, and it felt like there were stakes, and Bruce Wayne, 9-year-old Bruce Wayne, I don't know how old he's supposed to be. He didn't feel like shoehorned into the plot as much as as last season. There were episodes that just focused on Gordon and the GCPD, like he wasn't always there. And the Maniacs arc and the kid who played the Joker, I thought he did a great job. And I like the whole Maniacs arc where they were causing chaos throughout the city, and they were going for slightly more gory stuff than they were previously. That's something, just stuff that you would only see on cable. And also like the fact that the hostage situation in the third episode, or I guess before that, I guess in the second episode, where it's even when Jerome even led a rampage in the GCPD where they gunned down most of the cops, including who is now Sarah Essen, who is now promoted to commissioner because of a deal that Gordon made with the Penguin to have Commissioner Loeb leave town and step down, which is kind of sad because it just seems like, I don't know, she was just sort of kind of come around. Her death seemed a little bit anticlimactic, but also still led to But then again, like I said, I like the Jerome, like the prototype Joker they had for the Maniacs arc, especially when he took Bruce hostage and Jim Gordon had to free him during that gala event. And although the whole thing is that they introduced a new villain named Theo Galavan. You find out later his real name is Dumas. He's part of the Order of Saint Dumas, who apparently has a grudge against the Wayne family for them like driving them out of Gotham, and then now they want to take their revenge on Bruce Wayne. But the first Galavan, as he's going by, decides to, you know, step in and try to defuse the hostage situation as a concerned citizen. But the fact that he just sort of mugs it for the camera and he just like, I can't stand here and I can't stand by and let this happen. And Jerome goes, "Who are you?" And he just goes to the camera and goes, "Theo Galaban." And it's like he's mugging it for the camera, and it's something that I feel like they shouldn't have played straight. And like Gordon didn't catch on to it, and of course he brutally murders Jerome just to, like I said, play up the whole like concerned citizen and trying to save the day, being a hero. And at first I thought I was gonna lose momentum, and it got weird where it's just like people who were watching this were just like laughing maniacally as if like Jerome caused chaos and like it caused people to go crazy and become like this other Joker, and I was just like, oh Jesus Christ. So I was worried about care of the body. So it was a great villain. I liked him a lot. James Frain, he's popped up playing a lot of villains, and I enjoyed him, as well as Barbara Keene. It was great that she was no longer just an annoying, poorly written character and wasn't just a load like she was in the first season. She actually became like this crazy antagonist and stalker who was able to like get under Gordon's skin and stalk Jim Gordon and also Leslie Tompkins, especially when the episode where they try to have like faux wedding, and she was dropped out the window and almost fell to her death and was put into a coma, which is interesting. I really liked her a lot. I mean, the character improved a lot. The actress was clearly having a good time playing the villain, and she made it for a great antagonist for the season. And I hope I see more of her during the season 2, which I'm glad they're just not burning through Batman's rogue gallery, just having more, I guess, somewhat more original characters, which I feel like works for the show best. I also liked how they took the take they took with Firefly, which is where she was just this a female character who was being coerced by her brothers into committing all these crimes, and eventually she went nuts and tried to kill her brother, and she eventually killed her brothers and accidentally killed a cop, and Selena was trying to help her, but eventually she was forced into a situation. She was kind of forced into a situation where she just decided to. She just became more unstable, and when during a shootout, I think one of the cops, I don't remember, I think it was Gordon who shot her gas tank as she was lit on fire, and her body, and she was still alive, but she was in like excruciating pain and couldn't like help herself, and beneath Wayne Enterprises, and apparently she, along with Theo Galavan's corpse, and apparently at the end of the mid-season finale, they also showed like Fish Mooney's corpse was in the labs of Dr. Hugo Strange. And also there was like a post-credit scene at the end of the mid-season finale where somebody was being chased down an alley by apparently Mr. Freeze himself. He wasn't blue, he didn't necessarily have like all like the glass helmet or the usual gear you see in like other incarnations of Mr. Freeze, but it's an interesting take. But given after Batman and Robin and knowing the tone of this show, I'm not sure if they're going to do anything to make this character like more multifaceted or like redeem the character after that movie. I mean, time will tell. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cover this, do episodic reviews like I do for Flash and Arrow, just because like there's so many other shows that I plan to review and cover. It's all based on my schedule. Everything's up in the air, but overall, I felt like Gotham has improved. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a great show, but I'd say it's worth checking out. If you haven't watched Gotham at all, please, for the love of God, just skip the first season. Just the first season. You miss nothing because it's just a very terrible season. And if you watch the first season, you'll just be jaded and you'll probably just write off the second season and refuse to acknowledge any kind of improvements that were made for that season. So, I mean, like I said, I check it out if you're a Batman fan. The second season only. I mean, have you guys been watching Gotham? Are you happy with it? Do you like it? Just seriously, just feel free to leave comments down below. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.